Bum, bum, dum, bum. I'm gonna turn off the music again. Just so we can hear Amanda whenever she comes back. Whenever she gets on, I should say. On the... Sorry, this is her? This is her? Oh god, like... Knowing Phoenix, ultimately he'll have luck. Oops. But we all know he will clumsily find a way to get there. February 24th, 3:12 p.m., Wright and Company Law Offices. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. Okay, perfect. So we're starting from where we crashed last time. So, or right before we crashed last time. So we'll actually get a full story here. I'm sorry for what my sister said. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. I think I mentioned last week, if nobody heard me, like that's just the way it is. No, if somebody did something wrong, like, no, it's... You don't have to do this shit. You don't have to lie. I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just a name for the Joe Dark killings. Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings but me. I'm like Phoenix, though. I'm super oblivious to certain things. Like, Alright.
Hello.
Oh, hey!
Hey, sorry for being a little late.
Oh, that's alright. We, are able to start from the beginning, so we'll be able to recover the full story from my disastrous stream last week.
Good to go.
Yay!
Hi, weird vampire.
Alright. Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings but me. Do you want to be Emma?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Sure.
Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me.
What do you mean, what happened to you?
It's all there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, left behind an incriminating piece of evidence.
But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma? He's creepy looking.
Oh yeah, he's like a thin man.
Yeah.
On the night prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me.
What? He tried to kill you?
Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me.
So that means you.
Yes. I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial.
I didn't see that one coming. Alright. Talking to Emma. SL9.
It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year, too. It was a terrible thunderstorm that day. Unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office.
Weird vampire. I think it was you last time who was like, Joe Dark is an excellent name for a serial killer.
Honestly is.
Yeah, it's pretty damn clever. I think I mentioned I'd like to hear what he was called in other languages. Joe Dark.
I think this is me.
No, that's Phoenix.
Oh, sorry, it got blurry for me. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Sorry, it's a little blurry. Let me check. It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Sorry, I'm checking the Twitch stream because I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, in German, you kept the English names? let's see. I'm pretty sure we can think of something clever in German that we could have called him. Like, I don't know, like...
Say obscuro.
Obscuro?
Yeah, Jose Obscuro.
Jose Obscuro, that's in Spanish?
I don't
Joe, because that's
I was just thinking.
that's Joe Dark in Spanish.
Yeah.
Josef Dunkel. I was trying to think of something else, like Fritz. I don't know. Fritz is not a very intimidating. Fritz Killing. That's not an intimidating name. Fritz is not intimidating. Isn't someone in The Sound of Music? No, yeah. Rolf is. Yeah, and this. Yeah, I don't know. Rolf's the boyfriend, the Nazi boyfriend. I don't know.
Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up.
Hold on, my cat grabbed something. I need to go take it away from her real quick.
I'll
be back. 1 sec.
Jake Marshall's brother. Speaking of cats, my little boy's right behind me if people see me twisting. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage. But before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Okay, cool. I read a few lines for you. Sorry.
It's okay, I saw.
Then...
What happened?
I'll never forget it. Lightning struck, and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. When I saw, then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now.
A permanent picture? I have a feeling this is going to come back. All right. After the incident.
I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall.
So you weren't able to testify about that?
No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. Must be why Lana... Why she made up the crime.
Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence?
The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged evidence, and Mr. Edgeworth used it.
See, that's... Like, we were talking about that. If they were on to Joe Dark already, they had to have had something on him already.
Suspect him.
Yeah. And I don't think... Dark didn't die, did he? No, because he was he got the death penalty.
Yeah, he got the death penalty. That's when he died.
Yeah, so it's like, why couldn't they have just given him, like usually you can give him, like, a plea bargain and be like, we won't give you the death penalty but we'll give you life in prison if you, admit to things. Edgeworth.
Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it.
Sorry, Josef Dunkel is still... This chat's still up on my screen, I still see Josef Dunkel. It's like I can't take it seriously. Anyway.
He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. Rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean.
One last.
I mean, it's all my fault.
Okay? No worries.
It's all my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened.
I'm sorry, like, Josef Dunkel, Jose Obscuro. Like, Joe Dark is a cool name, but then when you try to... I'm sorry. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. I'm still giggling about it. It's stupid. I'm sorry. Joe is a nickname, so it'll be Sepp Dunkel. Sepp Dunkel. Really? Oh.
Oh, I had no... Where did
Isn't
Sepp... I mean...
Sepp's a name. Isn't there another character that in something else we've watched or done where it's like the name was Sepp? Sepp Blatter or something like that. I don't know.
Bladder.
I don't know why that's the name that's coming to mind. Oh, Joseph
It's
to
from Joseph
Sep. Oh, that's cool.
I was gonna say, where do you get Sep from Joseph? But then you think of the stuff that we think of in English, like, you know, Elizabeth, Betty, Richard,
Dick.
Dick.
I think I saw like an old letter written. I forget who it was. It was some famous lady, and she had like written a letter to a man named Richard, and she said, "Your behavior is as becoming as the shortening of your name," or something like that. Like calling him a dick. Like, so it's true, even though he may not have known it. Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence.
After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold, like she is today.
She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. All right, the permanent picture. I have a feeling this is going to come up in trial.
That sort of mirror the whole Mia killing, you know, waiting for your sister to go grab dinner. Well, no, it doesn't. I'm just thinking of Mia.
I mean, it kind of does. I mean, they like at the beginning of this whole part of the game, he was like two sisters, one an attorney. So I feel like there are supposed to be mirrors.
Yeah.
Then the law enforcement are giant Richards. 100%. 100%. What did you...
Except Gumshoe.
Except, Gumshoe, we protect.
No, wait, he's still a dick.
Oh, Gumshoe.
Oh, Gumshoe.
Poor Gumshoe. He's the dick that is not a dick.
Yeah.
What did you see in the instant that crime occurred? I feel like, I think I said this last time, his head, it looks like a turnip. Or like...
It does look like a turnip.
Or like...
That is the most like his face.
Like, this is an awesome, like, posing action shot here altogether, but then you get this little point.
It's like he's wearing a hat.
Yeah. You know what it looks like? Like, do you remember the Chows? Or KOs from Sonic? From Sonic the Hedgehog. 1 second. Find it. Alright. Where are you? Here we go.
Yeah, little Chows.
Here we go. This thing. That's what it looks like. It's like, immediately, this is no longer intimidating.
No, it's like a little turnip head.
Yeah. Did you ever play Sonic Weird Vampire? What was this? Sonic 2? Yeah, Sonic 2. That's the one.
Sonic
That's
Adventure 2.
Yeah, that's the one we had growing up.
Sorry if you can hear
Whoops.
the siren.
Oh, it's on my end
That window's
too.
open.
I explained it's on my end too. Okay.
Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised a knife.
Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl.
I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms.
Poor Emma. You've been through so much. Oh, that's scary.
I couldn't bring myself to testify about that instant. Ah, you loved Sonic.
Oh, we got so deep into the chow, raising the chows when we played Sonic. More of a Mario guy. We had Mario 64.
Yeah.
And then we had
Party.
Mario Party. Oh, and Super Mario Sunshine. Yeah, Super Mario Sunshine. That was a fun one.
It was awesome.
I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good.
2 years ago. You must have been 14. That's understandable.
Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies. Find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any.
Oh God, that's a...
God, that's
That's kind of sad. It's
Ugh.
like, I'll make it perfect so you don't have to forge evidence anymore, sis. That's really sad.
God.
That's really sad. I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. Are you? She thought...
I don't think any of us can comprehend.
But there's still something that bothers me about that crime. Something puzzling. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma.
What is it?
You said you were in Lana's office at that time, right?
That's right.
Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but why was he being chased by a prosecutor? Take our Nintendo 64.
Oh.
Oh, GameCube. We had those two. We had that one too.
Yes, we had the GameCube.
Oh, so much fun. Friend,
Wind
just play
Waker.
Mario Party. Yeah. Oh, that's so cute. We did that or Super Smash Brothers. Super Smash Brothers Melee. I played that. We played that as kids, and then my friends had it in college too. So it's like
Same.
my friends and I didn't go out and party. We sit in someone's dorm and play Super Smash
For
Brothers.
Smash. Or they'd watch me, or like my friends would watch me, and this is how. I guess this is part of it because like they'd watch me play Assassin's Creed or something in the living room, and they'd be like, "Amanda, are you even having fun?" I'm having. This is fun.
I'm having a great time. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, there's no mystery there.
Ugh. I'm sorry. I keep making a ugh. I keep making a ugh sound. It's not as bad as Von Karma front facing, but
That was fun face.
front facing Von Karma.
Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day.
Taken in for questioning. You mean by the police?
Of course. This happened at the police department. Tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office.
But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office? Oh, that's right. So, okay. We had gotten to this part last time in the stream, but it was all choppy and awful, so it probably was missed. But I want to bring up this point. It's like they had made a point earlier, remember, that the prosecutor's office is really far away from that part of the police station that Gumshoe doesn't work in, right?
Yeah. Yeah, why not just run out the door?
Yeah.
Because the detective offices and the questioning room are right across from the elevator.
Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she?
No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective.
Yeah, and this is where the stream crashed. Yeah.
Okay. She was the best in the entire force.
What? That's news to me.
After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor.
I don't know if I made this comment last time. That's quite a leap.
It is quite a leap.
Like,
yeah.
to be a cop, and then now you're going to be in charge of prosecutions and litigation, and it's like, with no litigation experience. That just doesn't happen.
You're the chief. Oh.
Lana used to be a detective? I'd better have another talk with her. All right.
So we gotta go talk to Lana?
Yes. Detention center. February 24th, detention center, visitor's room.
Lana!
Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble. Falsifying evidence. I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we? This is the justice system.
But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty.
Believe me, I understand the risks. Lana, Emma told me about you. We still don't know why her hand is cut. She said it was from the knife.
Yeah.
Oh? About how you were a detective 2 years ago. And how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details? Especially about the unusual change of jobs? I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. This bitch. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be that. I know, it's like, you're... Like, let me just decide randomly when you can know stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one, 2 years ago. Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be.
That trial, it wasn't fair, was it?
Yeah. Weird vampire screaming in the chat. She speaks for all of us.
I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth.
It couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. That's a little intense. Well, all the drama aside, thank you, Phoenix. The fact of the matter is, at 5:15, there was no murder at the police department.
Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Ms. Starr, said about you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife? Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us?
Emma, this doesn't involve just me. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so fazed before. All right, Detective Lana Skye. It's true, I was a member of the police force 2 years ago.
She was amazing. Still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together.
Oh, he doesn't have his, what do you call it, like weird vampire, like the Judas Priest tie? It's just a regular tie. I didn't notice that.
And she's wearing lipstick.
Oh, I guess she is. Yeah, I've never seen her look sideways. Chief Gant? He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked the crime scenes. That doesn't usually happen. They're usually too busy. I don't know, don't take my word about policing, though. I'm not an expert in that.
Yeah.
Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be.
They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed.
Oh, goodness. Emma really idolizes her big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was...
And experience investigating crime scenes. So you could use that experience in court, right? Don't interrupt her.
Yeah, don't interrupt her, and this is kind of silly, but okay. Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office. He sold his soul to the devil, too. Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. All right, dark investigation. I wonder how much it would throw me off if I asked the questions out of order. I don't think I've asked questions out of order. Probably
Also,
not too
I
much.
don't think I'd unlock certain questions until after you've asked others,
Ah.
I guess.
2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark. Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right? I thought it was Bruce Goodman.
I thought it was Bruce Goodman, too.
This is so weird. Yes, Deputy Chief Gant and I shared the same office and the same investigations. They even had the same office. We led a team of the best detectives on the force.
Okay, so Goodman was still...
Yeah, they say it's Goodman's case, but he wasn't the lead on it. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's all weird. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall, and Angel Starr.
Wait, so it's Goodman's case. Why is...
There shouldn't be anybody above him, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
you're supposed to, like, I think, from what I've seen from Law and Order, it's like what they report to, like, the chief and keep the chief updated, and the chief will kind of provide supervision, but the chief is not... Esapatha Mackerson has never been in the... I haven't seen her, like, necessarily out and about, you know?
Yeah, or like in the Night Stalker documentary, it was still the same two detectives who were working the case. It was their case, and other detectives were like answering phone calls and providing support, but the investigation was theirs.
Yeah.
They were leading the investigation.
It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. See, how do you know it was him without a doubt, with no evidence? You knew enough to bring him in for questioning and talk to him about it.
Circumstantial, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, but it depends on the standard for the law. Like in some cases, you can consider circumstantial evidence, and others you can't. It just depends on the law. That was when his final murder took place. When he tried to murder Emma.
Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark.
You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. Jeez. First one at the scene. Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages, and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself.
That's where he found me.
So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana? It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark. How did they end up like that?
Yeah.
He's stabbed at the back, but lying on top of Dark. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. 3 bodies? Oh, while we're in this position, let's take a look. We got a tea kettle, plates, desk right here, window right there, parquet floor. That's parquet, isn't it?
Or it could just be tiles.
Something. I don't know. I'm just saying shit. 3 bodies. Prosecutor Marshall and the victim, Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and laid unconscious. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. Can't blame her. After all her sister must have gone through. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident. That's right. Quite a coincidence, and there are no coincidences in this game.
Haven't we just established long ago that everyone was involved in the SL9 incident?
Yeah. I don't buy it.
What are you saying?
There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by chance.
But that case was solved 2 years ago.
At least one person went to the extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Oh, this is me, sorry.
Yeah.
Officer Marshall, Yes, his actions came to us as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely. Well, so have you!
Yeah.
I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark.
Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. Oh, that's deep. That case just might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right? Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself, the chief's office. Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. All right.
Alright, let's go.
So where would the chief's office be? Is that going to be at the police station?
Yeah, well, it should be. Chief of police, you know?
I'm wondering if it's criminal affairs. Right, yeah, you gotta move on. It's like, give yourself time to grieve and process, but you can't, like, be stuck. February 24th, police station, criminal affairs department. I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere.
Things seem kind of quiet around here today.
This blue badger is not as cute.
No, it's not.
You're right. The chief of detectives seems the same, though.
Why didn't we go look for some other people to talk to?
Right. We can come back here later. Okay, so we do come back here later. So it's not here, it's the other one. Here we go. February 24th, police department entrance. Oh. Howdy, Bambino.
Oh, Mr. Marshall.
I never thought things turned up this way when I woke up this morning. Que sera. You never know where life will lead you, eh, Bambino? I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning.
Billy?
Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed?
Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation.
So they're not prospectors anymore.
I guess no.
It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner.
But Mr. Marshall, why did you do it?
Why the prospectors head west. If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one.
Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened?
Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today.
All right. The Dark trial.
Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me, either. All the detectives thought so.
What do you mean fishy?
Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found.
I'm going for Matthew McConaughey. I'm trying so hard, but I feel like I'm failing.
For example, the murder weapon.
The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip? Yeah, how did the tip break anyway?
Yeah. It's either a shitty knife or a hell of a wound.
Like it's... Or some hell of a body that was... like, I don't know.
That was Joe Dark's, all right. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised.
Question.
The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained.
What does that mean?
It means there's a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, the possibility had been erased.
Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence?
That case left behind scars on all of us.
Scars that the SL9 incident left behind.
All right, Prosecutor Marshall.
I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I had just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together.
How old was he? Your brother?
He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor of that very day.
The highest honor? You mean the...
The king of prosecutors.
I knew it.
What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor.
Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother. Phoenix over here just like, wow, you must really love your sibling. For both
yes.
Emma and Jake Marshall. Don't forge evidence!
Well, Phoenix
Exactly.
doesn't have any siblings, does he?
Huh?
Phoenix doesn't have any siblings, so...
Yeah, I guess only children don't always get it. Yeah, I know, don't forge the evidence, it muddles everything. Because then the whole appeals process... Because then there's always an appeal process, and that's always annoying. Stuff will come out.
Yeah.
The day the SL9 incident took place. That wasn't the same day as...
That's right. It was the day of the evidence transferal.
Wait a minute. So, let's get the timeline of events here. So, he gets the prosecutor award. He also has to go and interview this serial killer, this potential serial killer, and then there's an evidence transferal going on. Why are there so many things happening all in that one day?
I believe that could happen. I mean, you could have like a couple hours for like a lunch party or something. Go back to transferring evidence. Like maybe you were transferring evidence in the morning.
Hold on. My cat is staring. I have the window open because of the heat wave going on, and my cat is staring at it, and she looks like she's gonna jump. So I'm gonna go close the window.
Oh,
I'm
Selena! Selena, don't jump. Oh, hold on. Let me send myself something. Hold on. There was a TikTok of a cat in the UK. Let's see if I can find it.
Okay, I'm back.
Well, there's a TikTok of a cat in the UK. That's really funny. I'm going to send it to myself and see if I can pull it up here. All right, let me just Google it. Sorry, one sec.
No! What are you doing? Beans! What are you doing? Oh my god! You can't do this! Beans! Idiot! I'll let you in now, God!
Beans. Oh, kitties. Okay. Interesting.
It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die.
Apparently, someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty.
All right, the scars. There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired, and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room.
What about Detective Goodman?
If they do something to him too, the commissioners will get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious.
I wonder why they picked him. I know. I thought Beans was like, I made the mistake too. I know this is a mistake. I wonder why they picked Goodman to not be fired or demoted. They?
Who are you talking about?
Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gant and Lana Skye.
Gant and Skye. I hate the name Gant. Sounds too close to Nat.
The investigation lead, Damon Gant.
Okay, investigation lead, but it was Bruce Goodman's case. Again, this makes no sense. You keep writing this.
There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both of their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutors.
Oh, that's me. Phoenix. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right?
Yeah. Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Skye was totally different when she was a detective.
The finger guns. Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too.
Tell me, what happened to my sister?
It's not like she's dead.
Yeah. It's like that in Japan and they don't localize it.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that's got to be difficult to try and figure that out for every single different country.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bambino, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out.
Lana's secret. It all started 2 years ago.
So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner?
It was certainly enlightening.
There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy.
There you go.
There you go.
He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's spit.
It looked like the animation was him taking off the cap, but it's like he's been drinking out of it this whole time. So how has he been drinking?
Oh.
Too bad I won't be around to work with you when you become a real scientific investigator.
Aww.
Oh, that's sweet.
Adios, Bambina.
That's sweet.
Nice.
All right.
Move.
Oh, no, back. Police department entrance.
Criminal affairs, yeah.
Go
Move.
right off into the sunset, cowboy, and directly into jail. Go to jail. Go directly to jail. Do not pass go.
Maybe it's in this building? Yeah. Maybe?
Well, we have to go. Well, whatever.
I don't know.
Here.
I'm just trying to figure out where Gant's office is. February 24th, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. No one's here today, not even Miss Starr.
Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room.
We know what went down in the evidence room.
Must be where the detectives are.
But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m.
Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case.
But instead it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty.
Hang in there, Lana.
I've got to find all
I think
the
she's
answers
hanging
by tomorrow.
fine.
Yeah, Lana's doing whatever. So then, do I go...
No.
Mr. Edge? Okay.
Mr. Edgeworth isn't here.
Maybe he's being questioned by an inquiry committee? He took a real beating in court today.
Yeah, with Lana admitting to falsifying evidence 2 years ago.
I guess we'll just have to come back later. But then, so then where's Gant's office?
It has to be back at the police department, but maybe you had to talk to Marshall first.
Oh, maybe. Like criminal affairs? Okay, maybe. February 24th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted.
That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes.
Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room.
Who's this for? Oh, yeah, this is the chief.
The chief right there. Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us. With the chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do about Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention her statement to the media in tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. What's the punishment for falsifying evidence in the U.S.? It's a battle in a twist. Chonky Twiz, back with a vengeance. I don't think we've seen you in a while. Just swooping. So yeah, it is. You can be imprisoned and you can be fined, at least in D.C. The District of Columbia. All right. I think festive is the word usually used for those.
Yeah. Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office.
Okay, here we go. Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor.
Really? You mean it's okay for us to just go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything.
Stop talking, Emma! He told you how to get there. Just say thank you and walk away. Don't make him think about it. Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits.
Yeah, Emma.
Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office.
Emma, you dumbass. Alright, the chief's office. My God. Why is there a pipe organ? This is a massive, like, a church?
This is like a final boss's lair.
Like Ganondorf. Ganondorf, Legend of Zelda.
I was gonna say Castlevania with the purple.
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
You walk up at the end of Symphony of the Night and it's all purple.
Hey, is this a broken pot?
Oh, so it is.
Maybe? Let's head to the off-limits place. Exactly. He was an evil priest. Every police chief.
A massive pipe organ. Gotta release all that tension. Somehow.
There you go. like the police department downstairs. Everybody else in the building's like, "Ooh, the chief's upset. He's thinking about something." It's like, what is it? The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Like, her dad always plays the piano whenever he's upset and doesn't want to talk about something. The chief of police, whenever he's upset, just slams his door and plays his pipe organ. Ah! Look! Whoa, where am I? I think this is where the bodies were found.
Yeah.
It's playing evil notes. Yeah. Oh, I know pipe organs are hard. Like, we only have like the church I go to, the organ that we have, it's not a pipe organ. It's a standing one. Even that itself looks hard. But, I mean, I play piano, but I could not imagine playing the organ. Is it, because it's not just the different keyboards, right? It's also, I know there's more to it, like with the knobs and the pedals and all that. There's a lot of stuff going on.
The chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door.
Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it?
Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten.
Damn, your parents were ambitious. Had ambitious thoughts for you. Ozzy. Don't go into the cabinet, Oz. I can see you. Sorry. Is this the extremely cryptic guy? Had to have that installed since you can't move the effing thing.
It's like that meme from. It's like that meme from Beauty and the Beast: The Enchanted Christmas. I'm bolted to the wall.
Have you guys seen Beauty and the Beast: The Enchanted Christmas? I think that was a straight to DVD.
It was straight to DVD.
But it was Tim Curry as the organ.
They used to call me Little Miss Buck.
Just cardboard. God.
I thought I was a genius until they tried teaching me notes. Never could remember where C was.
Is it middle C? Weird Vampire, do you play the organ? Like, is middle C the same, like, as on a piano keyboard?
I would imagine it's the same. Whoa. Frankenfurter as an organ.
Yeah!
That's about right.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it. Since apparently it's just us that know that.
Oh, yeah. Just look up I'm bolted to the wall.
Here we go. Ah, come on. Hey, come on. Here we go. I think this is it.
Find the gypsy girl. Well, I think I might. I'll just pick myself up and... Oh, what's this? Heavens, look! I'm bolted to the wall! Get out, you idiot!
I don't know what the ad was, but... you know, that's...
Slam down all the notes to find it. That was a quality ad.
Here I am, just on our Twitch stream, just putting up some weird fucking shit, and nobody knows what it is. There we go. Just some weird fucking shit. You don't play the organ. Oh, nice!
Ah, okay.
Classic church choir. We all did that too. Oh, Amanda, can you please be Gant? I don't know. I cannot figure out what kind of voice I want to give this guy.
I can't remember what name to give him. I kind of feel like Mr. Krabs. For some reason, that's the first thing came to mind.
What name to give him? Oh, what voice?
No, voice to give him.
So let's try and make him sound like Mr. Krabs.
I've never done Mr. Krabs before, but I'll try.
Yeah, Twiz, Amanda. So if you watch, Amanda and I did a little homage to that. If you watch one of our when we played Doom, Amanda played the original Doom. We have a video for that, and we have several odes to space. Odes to Tim Curry saying space. I'm going to the one place in the world, in the universe that has not been corrupted by capitalism. That was a horrible Russian accent. Space!
Oh, it's you two.
Oh my god, that's actually a pretty good Mr. Krabs. Chief Gant! He put that paper he was reading in his desk.
So, Righto, have you been swimming lately?
Oh my god, making him Mr. Krabs while he talks so much about swimming. No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately.
I can appreciate that. I've had me hands full too with Mr. Marshall's misconduct. And Lana's provocative statement.
I think it actually kind of works, the Mr. Krabs voice. Provocative statement. Oh, you mean about the forged evidence?
2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies! See that big picture on the wall over there?
Oh my god.
That's
It's a picture of Lana, you, and me.
Why is there just a random suit of armor? Why? This is like the worst spot you could have taken a picture. The pot!
Oh my god, the pot! The broken pot!
Where did you hide? Did you hide them behind the organ? God. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
We took it to commemorate our work together.
Something's not right with this picture.
Yeah! Broken!
No, it's broken, but look.
Oh!
There's a sword. And then why are you and then this is also not right. Like this is, I know this is before Instagram, but please, why did you put her behind a suit of armor with this spear thing like pointed right at her boob? I can't quite seem to put my finger on it though. The Gantt team picture added to the court record.
Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention.
Oh yes, my kitty cat's here. Well, he was. Oh, he's by the window now.
I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together.
Oh. But this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That case has long been over. There is no need to investigate it anymore.
Oh, is that the suit of armor? God.
We call boob point face. It's a spot the difference picture.
It's like whenever like you're really into an anime series and you try to introduce your friends who are not, or your parents who are not into anime, to the series, and like the one episode they see is like the fan service moment where it's like you see the anime girls like bow, bow, bow. It's like, no, I promise it's not all like this. There's a plot. All the same, we'd still like to have a look around.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore.
Hey, sweetheart. Sorry. I don't have a chair next to me anymore, so you can't see him. He won't be able to jump up.
Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend.
Looks like we aren't welcome.
It seems that case isn't over with yet, after all.
What do you mean?
Chief Gantt denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there.
You mean like a clue?
If you're in that office every single day, and you know that there's a clue in there, I wouldn't leave it in there.
You can trust me, the cryptic guy who doesn't really tell you anything and has a shifty vibe, right?
Yeah, but so does Lana, our client.
Yeah, she really does.
There's got to be a way we can get inside the chief's office. Edgeworth, do you have a key? No? Chat, where do you think we should go next? Wait, Lana!
Let's look around. Oh yeah, Lana! I know her boobs defy gravity, but there's a tragic story.
It's true. I think I shared this one time, like that's one of the reasons why I loved Yuri on Ice. Was like, I think I saw somewhere that because Yuri on Ice was created by two women, and
Yes, they got the guy.
yeah,
I'll let you tell
yeah, I know. It was like, so they brought on this man who was like an expert in like an industry expert in animating boobs. Like, I'm embarrassed by this, but it's like they brought in an industry expert animator who like knows how to draw anime boobs perfectly to make them like bounce when they wanted to bounce and stuff. And he was like, "Okay, how many like sexy anime girls you want me to teach you how to draw?" And they were like, "No, we want you to teach us how to draw men, and we want ass." Oh, I love it. Okay, so we can't talk to Lana. Maybe if we go back to criminal affairs. Oh, I love Yuri on Ice.
Oh yes, it's wonderful.
I think one of my favorites is the guy who voices Chris is Vegeta.
Actually, oh yeah, and actually, there's a French ice skater that they have like towards the end of the series, who's like he speaks in French, and he's like a reporter or correspondent on the news, but he is actually in real life a French ice skater that they based Yuri's movements on.
Oh no way, that's cool.
Yeah, like the French guy who's like reporting, he's speaking totally in French. Then he says, "Oh hey Victor, how are you?" And Victor's like, "Oh hey, yada da." But that's actually the French ice skater that they based Yuri's movements on.
Oh, that's cool, because I know Victor's Johnny Weir. Oh, yeah, no, Yuri on Ice is really a great story. Like, again, it's like a lot of fan service, obviously, with all the ass and body and, like, male bodies and stuff. But it is, like, really a sweet story about, like, it's got, like, such sweet components of, like, mental health and, like, just the slow love
rivalry, I would say.
Yeah, like healthy rivalry, like, but then Yuri has so much problem, like, with, like, psychologically with competing on that level. And then it's like, I don't know, the Yuri on, I told Amanda, like, anytime I want to, like, cry but not be too sad, I actually, like, rewatch the clip of the first kiss between Victor and Yuri, because I think it's so sweet. Yeah. It's like, there's so much... Go ahead.
I really like this scene where there's like JJ, the other guy that they're competing with, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get married as soon as I win," but he doesn't do as well, and then his fiance is out there in the crowd just screaming, "JJ, just being so supportive."
It's so sweet.
It's really, really sweet.
Yeah, accepting yourself through help. Yeah, it's really it's amazing, and I'm really wish there was a season 2. Hey, pal. Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt. No.
That's a sentence I thought I'd never type
Hey, man, get the fan service all the time. Give the girls and gay people. Yeah, I saw the movie's coming out. Anyway. Oh. There is a movie. I'm really excited.
From sitting so long?
Actually, from serving everyone coffee.
No!
Oh, no.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop.
Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth?
Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask?
He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battles between you two in court.
That sounds serious.
Things that are short are often sweet, besides if something goes on. Yes, it could get bad. Yes. Yes, I agree with that, definitely. Make it good.
I know, like... Yeah, you don't want to stretch it out, but I'm just like, oh...
Where's the leaves from the vine from Avatar, The Last Airbender? Oh god, no.
I didn't finish Avatar.
So it's one of those stories of Ba Sing Se. It's Iroh's. They have this episode where it's like short stories of everybody from it's when they're in Ba Sing Se.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
Yeah, well, anyway, Uncle Iroh, he goes around helping people, and at the end of the day, you see him setting up this picnic and lighting incense, and he says, "Happy birthday, my son. If only I could have helped you as well." And he starts singing the song "Leaves from the Vine." Yeah.
Oh,
It's heartbreaking.
Iroh.
Because Iroh's son died.
I picked that up. I picked up on that. Even Google things. Aw.
Is it because of what my sister said?
That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood.
Don't you...
Spoil it. I'm sorry.
She's doing the delayed chat.
It is that scene ended like 10 years ago. That series ended 10 or 12 years ago. Stop it. I'm sorry.
Alright.
Also, another fun fact. You know Quentin Flynn, who voices Axel
Yeah.
in Kingdom Hearts? Yeah, he's in that episode, too, in Iroh's episode.
Oh, really? I like this Axel and Reno. Oh, and My Life as a Teenage Robot. Anyway.
I go, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. It is of the actor.
What?
After recording the episode. The actor for Iroh, I think it was the actor for Iroh, he died.
Wait, I knew that he was like a legendary like actor like back in the day, and like this was that was one of his last projects, but it's why do you gotta make so many layers of sad? Oh no. Who knew Nickelodeon brought us something that deep? All right.
Yikes.
All right. Edgeworth's crisis. But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lana Skye is the guilty party here, isn't she? Uh-oh.
Regardless, the prosecutor's responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor kept him safe from those who don't like him.
Depressing repression. No! We are not crying.
But now with this...
There are really so many people who hate him.
In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies.
People who the people who turned down Adventure Promise.
Hey, Dick, keep up the good work.
Yes, sir.
Let's go out for lunch again sometime. My treat.
Yes, sir.
You gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay, Dick?
Yes, sir.
Gumshoe, he's praising you. It seems you don't have any problems with enemies.
Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him.
Poor Gumshoe. He's either a really good friend or a total simp.
Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack.
But also so's Emma, I guess. Everybody's simping for Edgeworth. The SL9 incident.
Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing.
Stop calling this... Oh, you missed Weird Vampire earlier being like, every law enforcement officer in this game is a huge Richard.
And then we realized that Richard.
But then Gumshoe actually is the dick. He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. Well, did you find out anything?
The only evidence Dark left behind was during his final attack.
His final attack? You mean...
When he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl.
It seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl. Oh.
That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all.